1 Chronicles 9 is our last list of names for the time being. One part of this chapter is the list of the keepers of the entrance to the tabernacle. It chronicles those in charge of the different duties surrounding the tabernacle, guarding the treasures, counting the utensils, opening and closing the tabernacle, and preparing the Sabbath bread. One job was listed like this, that the man in charge was entrusted with making the flat cakes. He was entrusted. We may think making the bread is a menial job, but this job was important. He was assigned this position by the Lord for the Lord's service, and he was entrusted to do it. In fact, it mentions trust in another place. When it talks about the keepers of the entrance, the gatekeepers of the threshold, it says that Samuel the prophet was the one who established them in their office of trust. It was a position of trust. What has God entrusted you with? Has he entrusted you with children, his children? Has he entrusted you with possessions? Has he entrusted you with a position, with a relationship? Are you being trustworthy with what you've been entrusted with? How would it change how you approached making a meal for your family if you considered how the Lord entrusted you with this position and purpose? I also think specifically about the keepers of the entrance, the gatekeepers. Jesus talks about gatekeepers in John 10. He who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the gatekeeper opens. The gatekeeper opens the door for the shepherd. Jesus will also say he's the gate several verses later. What would it mean to be a gatekeeper who opens the door for Jesus, who is the door himself? It seems like two different things. On the one hand, it makes me think of evangelism. We open the way to enter into the fold. He's the gate, and we invite people to enter through the blood of Jesus, through the cross of Christ, through his love, forgiveness, and reconciling work. But the gatekeeper also opens the gate for the shepherd. He makes a way for Jesus to enter in. That makes me think of Revelation 3:20, how Jesus stands knocking at the door to be let in. The gatekeeper opens to him. Fling wide your gates, that the King of glory may enter in.